Give me thumbs up. All right, we are in studio politicking with Jira and Larry Love, sponsored by Jimmy P's as always. Jimmy P sent us some good groceries, as Larry would say, but DoorDash delivered them to the wrong place. But we still want to thank Jimmy P's Burgers and More. Have a second location coming off Vanderbilt. Go see my guy Juan. He'll take care of you. Great show sponsor. We also have a new show sponsor, Alex and Politics, Alex Schneider. You know,
Thank you, Alex.
Alex B. He's everywhere. He's at the convention. He's all over the place. He's
got to get it. You got to get it.
Autographing his forehead. So we want to thank Alex for being a co-sponsor. Jimmy P's is the main sponsor. We love Jimmy P's. They got a rack of lamb special right now. That's
man. I want to know what DoorDash at. They need to run that back.
We'll find out after the show. But we have a special show today, Larry. I'm going to let you introduce our guest today for episode number 4.
Listen, episode 4, I wanted this here to be special because people always talk about the black community, black men, fatherhood, fatherless, and some even motherless. So it's a guy that I grew up pretty much with, seen him around. We always been neck and neck. We played ball together. He even bring his kids to the court, which they end up being phenomenal. And so I watched him, how he maneuvered and everything else to raise his kids to be such great kids, like being a father and not a baby daddy. And so with further ado, man, this is my main man, J.D. Martin. What's happening, J.D.?
Hey, man, what's going on, y'all, man? I'm happy for y'all to have me here today.
No, it's an honor. It's an honor. Larry talks highly of you. Obviously, you've done a great job raising your kids. One of them, some people might know, plays in the NFL, might be a starter too.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a starter this season, man. Coming up, Quan Martin, man. He's safety for the Washington Commanders, man. So y'all look out for him, man.
University of Illinois, right?
I'm not even,
Fighting the line eye.
Yeah, that's that no-fly zone, man. It was good.
They got 3 legit players from that secondary playing in the NFL.
They was the best. It was the best. But, you know, it's something that I wish we had the clip that it was so funny to me because JD he's hands-on with his kids. And I remember he went Facebook Live. I can't remember. I think I was in DC. And I was like, nah, I know he's not about to get out there and race his daughter. I say she finna bust his heart. His daughter run. He lined up with his daughter, and of course he lost. She outran him, man. Like, man, I wish that footage could be played, but just looking at that, how you take part of your kid's life and whatever they want to do, you just dare, hands-on, man. Like, what made you make that transition to, man, you know what? I'm not finna believe the street hype. I'm finna work these 2 and 3 jobs and do what I can to be the best man and the best father for my kids. Talk to me, brother.
First of all, man, it started with just growing up, bro. With just growing up, you know, seeing all my friends. Some of us had dads there. Some of them didn't have them present. You know what I'm saying? I always said to myself, like, man, if I have some kids, man, I promise you I'm always be there, man. You know what I'm saying? I was there to see, I got 5 kids, 2 boys, 3 girls. Boys are first, girls are last. And, hey, man, I was present from day one, 6 pounds, 6 ounces, 7 pounds, 8 pounds, 5 ounces, 7 pounds, 9 ounces, 9 pounds and 2 ounces. I promise I'll be there from day one to my last day, bro. So still present, still here, man. And just honored to be their father, bro. Because what they doing right now, man, it's just, I ain't gonna say can't be duplicated because everything can be outdone, but man, I'm finna make it hard. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about your kids.
Oh man,
starting from the oldest.
My oldest, Jartavius Jr. He's 26 years old. Right now he has a degree. He has an AA. He went to a little small college up in South Carolina, and he has an AA in arts, and he's doing well in life right now. He just moved to Hinesville, Georgia, man.
Yeah,
that's my boy, man. He moved to Hinesville, Georgia, man, and he's doing great. And then I got my second boy, Quan.
Hold up. When he was talking about his first, I used to get out there and try to run with him. Y'all probably remember that Lehigh senior high basketball team. Man, them boys was very special. They was balling. And that was one of his sons. And his sons went to school to go play basketball. He left all that part out. Why? I don't know.
Hey, listen,
man, you ain't running with anybody, Larry.
Man, you crazy, but ask
I'll
JD.
beat you in a 40-yard dash all day.
That's a lie.
Hey, Larry was out there running real good, man. When I met him, I'm like, man, who's this big dude, man? Out there shooting threes out the corner and everything, man.
I'm official.
Listen, man, we had some good runs, man. But my boys, they played basketball, they played football. Jarvis went and lit up the city of Palms, man.
Yes, he
He
did.
hit up
Palms
Michael Porter
Classic.
Jr. Then we played against them guys, and he hit them guys up for like 26 one night, man. You know what I'm saying? Just real special, man. Very talented, and just, you know what I'm saying? Just a good all around good kid.
And your daughter, I know we talked this weekend. You know, she's part of the family now. This
Yeah.
don't got nothing to do with you, Patrick. His daughter. Go ahead. Let me talk to us.
Oh, my oldest girl, Kyria Martin, she just graduated. She just got a master's degree from Florida State University.
Let's go, Knowles.
She has a
Sorry to hear
bachelor's. She has a bachelor's degree from FAMU University. She has her degrees in social works, and just getting ready, man, to make that step in life, man, and just finna change this community, man.
Speaking of changing of the community, I was watching the news. I was in Texas. And I called you when they gave you and your kid the key to the city of Ft.Myers. How did you feel having the key to the city of Ft.Myers?
Oh, man, it was a big accomplishment for my son, myself, the family as well. You know what I'm saying? But it was a special moment for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that a little kid from the hood, you know what I'm saying, where we come from, they can grow up and get recognized by the whole city, bro. You know what I'm saying? The whole city, not just the city, the world, bro, to be honest with you, because they love him up in Illinois. They loving him right now up in Washington. Like, everywhere he go, he makes his mark, man. He's one of them special dudes, man. If you see him, you encounter him, you're going to be like, man.
So I always want to know, what do you do with a key to the city?
He
What
asked
does
me
that do?
I asked him that.
Like you can go into
No.
the butcher shop at 4 a.m. and you got the keys to everything, like the Sopranos, everything unlocked for you.
Now, I don't think you want to do that, man. We might get arrested. You know?
It's not
Yeah,
locked.
yeah, you don't want to be like Diddy and take the key back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
So as I was telling him, I said, because he want to give back to the city where raised him and raised his children. So I was telling him, man, anything you want to do with the city government, police, county commissions, whatever, it's open to you. So like, you want to have giveaways, events at Stars. I know what we had
So you
talked
get a
about.
pass, basically.
Yeah, it's like, and it's just, and those also can be partnerships. So like,
That's strong.
I know I've been real busy, but we're gonna get that started soon as after this political season. And I told him, I've made that promise to him because it's so much good that he want to do. And you'll hear about that coming up real shortly. But yeah, I didn't mean to take the mic from you, but you can go ahead and continue.
But like I said, my oldest daughter has a degree in social works, and you know, it's just looking right now to make a mark, man. We finna do special things around here. And Quan, as you know, he has a degree in communications. He's in the NFL. He's playing ball. Great kid, man. None of my kids had been in any trouble.
That's
any
great.
trouble. I think one of them might have got suspended one time out of school. You feel me? Like the whole time, man. You know, so it was, man. It's special to me, man.
It's funny hearing you say that. You talk about that, being more proud of that than him being drafted in the NFL.
You want to know why? Because he made me proud. Like, most of the kids where we come from, like, I've been to jail. You know what I'm saying? Kids are going to jail, and they didn't do that. That ain't the route that they took. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I could just see what a caring and loving father you are, because that's not the first thing you talked about him being in the NFL.
No.
First thing you talked about what a good kid he is and how he's never been in trouble.
Yeah, and we taught that degree first, man. Like, they can't take that from you. The NFL lasts for so long.
Preach,
Maybe
brother.
it's 1 year or 10 years, but it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So you get that degree that lasts forever, man. You know what I'm saying? You can have a job here, there. You continue to make money for your family, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Now, talk to me about the recruiting process, how you ended up at Illinois. I'm assuming Aaron Henry had a lot to do with that, getting him up to Illinois. Shout out to Aaron Henry.
oh yeah, man, that's my dude. That's my dude. But
Future
he wasn't
head
there
coach.
in the beginning.
He wasn't there? Okay,
there.
okay.
In the beginning, it was Lovie Smith who recruited my son.
Okay.
Lovie Smith was there, and man, and
So talk to me about the recruiting process. What schools did it come down to, and how he got to pick Illinois? Because Champaign, Illinois is kind of far away from Ft.Myers,
is.
Florida, and the
It
weather's
is.
a little bit
it
different
is.
too.
It's a whole lot different. And man, we started off. We took a trip to Georgia Southern. What it is, D1AA or something
Yeah.
like that. We took a trip up there, and it was a good trip. Just me and the kids. His mom couldn't come; she had to work, and we took a trip up there. We drove up there, and we got to tour the facility. We talked to the coaches, and they had some meetings. They had everybody in the meetings. And I remember one moment after all the meetings was over, the parents, the kids, the guys they were trying to recruit and get there, everybody was leaving. Everybody was leaving. So we walk into the car, and my oldest son was like, "Dad," I'm like, "What's up?" He like, hey, man, the coach wants you. So I go over there, I talk to the coach of Georgia Southern, and he was like, hey, I want Quan to come back in here. We got a second meeting. But in the second meeting, it went from like 100 kids to only 20. And the coach was like, these guys I really want. You know what I'm saying? So that made us feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It made us feel really good. So, we went through that meeting. We talked to the coach, had his personal number. We talked a lot. And then Illinois popped up. And when they popped up, man.
So was Illinois basically the biggest school that was kind of recruiting the hardest?
Down the stretch, yeah, the hardest.
Okay.
Down the stretch, we had LSU. They mumbled some words to us. I think West Virginia, they talked a little bit. We had a few bigger schools that came in, but it was just a trip to Illinois, man. I don't know if they socked that thing up or what, man.
Well, what time of year did you go? Had to be in the fall or spring.
Yeah,
I
it
take
was in the fall. It was in the fall.
That's a good time.
And listen, man, we flew out of Punta Gorda, me and my son, and we getting there. We got our passes on and everything, and we bump into this older white couple, and they were from Champaign, so they see us with the passes on to Illinois, and they're like, "You go to school there?" I'm like, "My son's getting recruited here." They're like, "What's his name?" I'm like, "Jartavius Martin." Man, listen, no lie, man. This lady said, your son been in the newspaper up there for 6 weeks. It was either 6 weeks or 6 months, bro.
Wow.
And I'm like, we don't know her, she don't know us. We haven't even got into Champaign yet. So we get into Champaign, bro, and we get in there, man. We touring the school. We got Lovey, everybody. They showing us around. They talking to us, meetings as usual. And we go out to eat. We in Champaign now. Got the passes on. People asking who he is. And I'm talking about, man, it's like, I'm thinking they sending people at us, man. They like, oh, we know him, this and that, there. You've been in the newspaper up here, this and that. So, man, my son, we kind of looking at each other, and I'm like, man, this can't be true, bro. Like, this can't But see, me, I'm only known in Ft.Myers. I don't know you can get that big outside of the state like that, especially way up here. But he did, man. And, like, when we got places, man, people knew who he was. And they were like, man, we can't wait to get you here. And but what got us a sign was Lovey pulled us in the back room and he showed us some film and he showed us he wasn't scared to play no freshman. He told Quan straight up, if you good enough to play day one, I'll play you day one. So me and Quan, we kind of look at each other. After we get out of there with that little meeting with Lovey and we're sitting there, we talking, and he like, Dad. I'm like, what's up? Man, I'm thinking about committing. I said, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking the same thing. So we went on here and committed on the spot, bro.
That's what's up.
And one thing about him, he's a loyal kid. All these other schools came down the line. He had about 25 colleges holler. All these other schools came and he turned them all down. He wouldn't even take a visit.
Man.
He wouldn't even take a visit.
Is that from you? Did these kids get the way they are from you? Because, I didn't play basketball and stuff with both of your boys. And, we body them up, try to make them tough and everything else. They don't never argue. They don't never holler, nothing. They just keep playing. Like, and always been so respectful.
Man, they got it. Their mom, man, they had their mom's mom, their grandma. She passed, but she prayed over them kids all the time, bro. She prayed for humbleness. She prayed for peace. She prayed for, and I think that's what it was, man. All that holy oil she put on them. All that holy oil she put on my kids, but bro, like for real, man, they stayed humble, and it was talks, man. Like every day you see us at the court, on our way home, we stop at the little Circle K. It was mandatory. We stop at that Circle K, but we always had to talk about what we learned that day, and it didn't always pertain to basketball.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was just people over there talking. Hey, you seen them people over there? What you think was going on? You didn't pay no attention to it. You sitting right there by them, and I break it down for them. And then I did see this, I did see that. That's what you don't get yourself involved in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We would have talks, bro, and like, you know what I'm saying? It was everything to me to be able to just ride. It just that experience with my kids anyway, playing ball with them, out there racing with my daughters, going to my oldest daughter. She was in the band and in the middle school. You know what I'm saying? I'm there at everything. I'm present, bro. Like present. I'm present like Christmas, man. It come every year. I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
What's the first thing Quan buys with the signing bonus?
First thing he went and got. What did he go get? He's a humble kid too, man.
I know
He's a humble kid, but he got that Benz.
I want to buy me a Benz, but
look,
I'm
he got
50
that
grand
Benz,
short.
man. But real humble dude. He just bought a house, and him and his girl Cam, man, they doing it, man. His girl has a degree. She graduated from the University of Illinois as well. So it's up, man. Like they say, it's up.
Yeah, I love that, man. I really have the utmost for your children and yourself, watching you do it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us didn't do it. You know, I even say I falter with raising my son because I was constantly trying to reach my goals as well. And being so far away and letting the mother just handle all that on her own, it's like, man, that plagued me a lot in my mind because I'm like, a father should always just be hands-on and present in his house. And I feel like that's one of the biggest mistakes I made, you know, even though I was reaching all my collegiate goals and everything else and accolades. Mm-hmm. But that's something, if I could turn back the hands of time, how much I hated, I think I probably would have never went to college. If I could have seen the for future, I would have did college a whole different route because, you know, I was a kid with a kid. Yeah. But I know the stuff what my mom said. She wanted me to get up out of Markley. Didn't want me in Ft.Myers. Like, you know that time period. Yeah. It was rough. Everybody was getting killed and going to jail. So she said, just get far away and don't come back. Yeah. And, you know, so.
Well, why don't you guys talk a little bit about Ft.Myers in the 90s?
Oh, man, I was running on Henderson then.
I want to hear some Ft.Myers stories from the 90s because I think Sheriff Carmine has done a pretty good job of cleaning up Ft.Myers.
That was before Carmine.
Before Carmine, too. Absolutely.
That was
but I'm talking about 90s, you know, early 2000.
Mr. B's, the flat top.
I didn't really go out young. I probably went to the flat top once, man. And
it was dangerous.
What they used to call Ft.Myers, little Pakistan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Everybody had that K, shooting AKs. It was Ft.Myers in the 90s, man. You guaranteed somebody was getting shot and robbed or killed every weekend. Ft.Myers at one point in time was the 14th most dangerous city in America during that time. I'm glad that a lot of it has changed, but it was the wild, wild.
Why would you say how has it changed and how?
When the laws changed, when they really put a crack down, they shut down a lot of the places where a lot of that traffic, especially heavy drug traffic. Like my god brother, right? I was running with him on Henderson, you know, before he went and caught his 17 in feds. When they came through, that's when they cleaned up Joe Biden with them crazy crack laws. Mm-hmm. They were sending everybody to prison. You sell dope in the hood, they were giving you Buck Rogers time. Now I could have sold dope on McGregor. I would have never got that much time. They would have gave me 3 years. Yeah. But if I sell dope in the hood, they're gonna give me 17. You know, that's the reason. One reason I don't like Joe Biden. But that's how it was. So a lot of things changed, and it just that's what happened.
But one thing I can say about the 90s, yeah, they sold a lot of drugs, they shot a lot of people, but it was more love than it is now. Mm-hmm. Like our communities, our projects, like I know the neighbors looked out for me when my mom was at work. You feel me?
It was respect.
These kids, they don't got that. These neighbors aren't next door aren't looking out for your kids.
No, they're not
at all. Even though we had crack in the community, we had guns in the community, we also had love in that community.
Yeah, because we still respect the crackheads.
I can truly say.
And you respect the OGs, you respect your elders.
Yeah. We listen. Yeah. Listen, the dudes who sold the drugs.
Respect nowadays is just lacking.
Yeah, we listen.
The dudes who sold the drugs was gonna tell you. They're gonna talk to you. They're gonna
don't
tell
do
you
this.
Go to school.
Yeah,
don't be like me.
I'll buy you a pair of shoes if you need some.
Now the so-called OGs these days giving the kids the guns
and the
telling them who to go shoot.
Yeah,
you feel me? It ain't no guidance, bro. It's none.
That's real talk.
And that starts at home too.
That starts at home.
Yeah.
That starts at home. And they take a community. Cause like with my kids, man, my mom, my kids' grandma, I'm talking about their aunts, their uncles, everybody looked out. If me and their mom couldn't make it from work to pick my kids up out of school, grandma going to get them. My mom going to get them. Their aunts going to get them. They got uncles going. I'm talking about we had somebody we can rely on. A phone call away or just a simple knock on the door. We had somebody we can rely on that was going to help us. So the family was tight-knit. You know what I'm saying? But these days, it ain't tight-knit. If it's just inside the household. If the household can't do it, there's nobody else to rely on.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these kids have no chance. I mean,
None.
the fight is fixed for them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do some rapid fire real quick, and then I'm going to get to you before the show's over.
Okay.
All right, so rapid fire, you got to pick one or the other. Some of them are a tough pick. Some of them can't be looking. are not so tough.
Yeah.
I would say if you answer both, we'll call you a Democrat, but I don't know your party affiliation, so we'll keep it non-political.
Yeah.
All right, Utopia or Speedy?
Speedy 2.
Speedy 2s.
Oh, Speedy 2 all day.
That's what you said.
All
Speedy
day.
2.
All
What?
day.
One time Speedy 2 and Ft.Myers.
I'm telling you.
Plies or Trick Daddy?
Plies, man, the whole time favorite, man. 239. I love Trick now. Hey, look, love Trick.
You
We
don't
grew
know
up
now.
on Trick, man. We grew up, but I got to go with the hometown
Back in the
kid.
day.
You got
It's
any
mandatory.
Plies stories?
Huh?
Either of you?
Nah, I don't have
No,
any.
I'm gonna keep
I
my
don't
Plies
personally
story.
know him.
You don't want to tell your Plies story?
No,
Larry?
I keep
Okay.
that down.
All right.
Yeah.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Jay-Z. Jay-Z.
Why?
Oh, man. Hov. And you know, I didn't really care for Jay-Z,
That's that South.
but you know what? He grew on me, man. He grew on me. And just like when I listen to him now, it's almost like, I ain't gonna say like I'm listening to Pop, but he's telling me some good
Oh,
stuff.
come
man.
on.
He's telling me some good stuff.
I think
Trust
Nas is closer than Pac than Jay-Z.
No,
but-
no, I no. Neither one of them are close. But I can listen to Jay-Z and I kind of can relate. That's what I mean. You feel me?
I'm taking Jay-Z over Nas too. Jay-Z, I'm with you. Like just growing up in the South, like we weren't listening to all that. So, but Jay-Z has
Well, he
grown
got
on
more
me.
popular as his career went on, but
Yeah.
I would argue none
We
of his
listen to
albums,
Poison Clan.
none of his albums touch Nas's first two albums.
Nah, that's still the number one. Illmatic.
Illmatic.
Yeah.
And I think It Was Written is better than Illmatic. I'm in the minority, but I think It Was Written is his best album.
Mm-hmm.
But since you want to keep it in the South, Outkast or Ghetto Boys?
Get old boys all day.
Is you talking
Oh,
about
dang.
you talking about album soul or the lyrics that you feel?
Just in general.
Man, I can't go against Willie D and Scarface
Wow.
and
You got-
Bushwick Bill.
You can't.
I would go
Okay.
Outkast, but okay. I can respect that. Power or Snowfall?
Snowfall.
Snowfall easy.
I agree. And I'm a 50 Cent guy.
Snowfall easy.
Snowfall, amazing show.
That boy
Yeah.
Franklin Saint, man.
That ending,
It's true.
that ending hit me hard.
But that's how it
Wow.
happened.
Yeah.
But that's exactly how it happens.
Yeah,
That's exactly-
absolutely.
That's how it's happened. You know.
He did a great job. You ever hear him talk? I keep forgetting his name, but
He's
strong
from Britain.
British accent.
Yeah, he's from
he's
Britain.
an amazing
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing show. Paid in Full or New Jack City?
New Jack City.
I'm with him on
Really?
New Jack City.
Man, I'm in the minority today. Paid in Full.
Paid in Full a good movie, but New Jack.
We grew up. We grew.
Wesley.
Maybe the
It's
age
bigger than me.
difference a little bit. Yeah. Redskins or Commanders?
Oh, Redskins.
I don't
take-
want to get you in trouble,
No,
but
nah. We love the Commander's last name, but they so indecisive on it, and they still don't know what they want. But man, I'm Commanders, my boy.
I'll give you a pass on
I
that one.
can't go with the people, man. I'm Commanders, man. You know, I was finna answer for everybody, but
You
nah,
can't
it's
tell me if
Commanders,
Commander's
man.
gear looks as good as Redskins gear.
Them hogs.
Yeah. Nah, it doesn't, but Commanders all day.
JT Money or Rick Ross?
JT.
Thank you.
Oh, I just said
Okay.
Poison
I
Clan.
appreciate
JT.
it. Okay.
JT.
Philip Buchanan or Trey Boston?
I got to go Phil.
Phil.
I grew up with Phil, man.
Phil.
And not even just because of that, but Phil was a dog.
Yeah.
Phil an
Phil was
animal.
a dog. He's a different type of dude, man. Baseball, football. Phil was blazing speed. Phil was a different dude,
And
man.
what college did he go to?
Because he
Phil
couldn't
went
go
to
to Florida
Miami,
State. Because he
okay.
couldn't go to Florida
Yeah,
State.
DB, the real DBU right there, Miami.
Yeah,
Stop
man.
that, man.
3 Pro Bowlers in the secondary at the same time.
Man, because you ain't playing against nobody, but okay.
I think we beat Florida State that year. So, Dion or Javon?
Come on, man. Come on. You really gonna ask that question?
Yeah, I mean,
First one went to university at some school in Gainesville. That don't even count. It's
Talking
Deion
about high
Sanders
school
all
first.
day, dog.
okay.
If I had to choose, man, I can't pick that one, man. I can't pick that one. I mean, talking about accomplishments, yes, Dion, but them dudes bad dudes, man.
How about Sammy Watkins or Jamie German?
Ooh.
See, y'all trying to make the city kill me when I come
Well,
back. Y'all
I'm
trying to
keeping
make the
it Fort
2-3
Myers.
days kill me when I
Keep
come
it in
back.
Fort Myers.
Y'all trying to make the
Okay.
people kill me when I get back in the city next, man.
even in high school, they both had crazy accolades.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See, Sammy just was able to last longer. But if Jamie never tore his knee,
Jamie was going to be special.
he was special.
I mean, Jamie German ran a 4.2 before that was a thing. Now, there's guys that run 4.2s, but when he ran a 4.2, if you ran a 4.3, that was
At that size, then that was considered big, and he moving. I'm neutral on that one.
Yeah.
And I love JG. I love JG. Like, that's my guy.
I'm gonna stay out of the way of that one too. I'm gonna get out the way.
All
I'll
right.
just take the bad cut. Both of them, man. Hell of
All right,
athletes.
I'll let you off the hook for Ft.Myers. I
I
know you got to
appreciate
go
it.
back in the city.
Yeah, I
don't
gotta
want
go
you to
back
have any
there,
problems.
Man. I live right in the hood too. I live right in the hood too.
Pac or Biggie?
Oh, man, that's easy.
It's Pac
Pac.
all day,
Thank
man.
you.
Pac
Okay.
all day.
You got any you want to throw?
Man, no. Yeah, here we go. Mark Lee, any team in Ft.Myers.
I don't know now.
The best team. Because even when South Ft.Myers had their best team, Mark Lee mopped it up. But I think Mark Lee probably will have hell with that Ft.Myers team with Rod Gaston,
Yeah.
Feed the World,
Yeah.
and JG.
And,
Nod.
And Javon them senior year. What that was? 94?
That
98?
North Ft.Myers team wasn't that good like that.
96?
It was what?
That was 95. That Javon team?
Yeah.
The North?
Yeah.
That was
That
95.
Javon team. Them boys were like that too now. Them boys was like that, bro. Them boys
I
was
didn't
that.
see him like
the
that.
freak, man. they didn't name him the
He
freak
was
for
ahead
no
of his
reason.
time.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he was.
And
Now,
it wasn't just him.
It was him, Cisco.
Yeah.
They had a good squad.
Yeah.
But during that same time, that team in Cape with Michael Jackson them,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think that was the best team in Lee County. I really do think that Cape Coral team was the best team in Lee County. I think we would have had some hell.
I don't
Who's
know,
the
I
best
was-
football player to ever come out of Cape Coral? Greg Spires?
I don't
Did
care.
Ernest Graham go to Mariner?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ernest went.
But he's
to
from
Mariner.
Ft.Myers, but went
Yeah.
to
It's
Mariner.
been, but see, they didn't put some of the schools out. There's been some
Yeah.
different kids. Like, I don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
know. But I'd probably say Greg Spires. Greg Spires he hurt people. He hurt people. But I guess I'm a defensive guy, so
and Florida State guy. But
see, you.
Yeah.
I wasn't even gonna say that part, but you know what I'm saying. But nah, man. One thing I love about this 239, we love to put on. We love to
yeah.
put on.
is it the
Oh,
most
yeah.
underrated football county in America?
I'm not gonna say that.
Not
I'm
no
gonna
more.
say
Not
that.
no
Not
more.
no more. Not no
Exactly.
more.
The
But
word is out.
it used to be.
And it probably helps that you have schools like South Florida and Central Florida, Florida Atlantic now, so they can dig in the talent pool in 239. But for the longest time, it seems like no one really talked about or even recruited as hard.
I don't know what it was, but the pipeline open now.
Because
it's been open.
when
like the
people
last
thought
5
about
years.
this area here, they just thought about old people and not having those type of
Mhm.
kids there. Because when you think about Southwest Florida,
yeah.
you think about retirement people.
Yeah.
They ain't thinking about all these real dogs down here. Because I mean, it was just stellar athletes all across the board. Riverdale, Estero.
Yeah.
Because I remember we don't even talk about Anthony Henry.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He played with the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
South Florida.
And to me, that Anthony Dixon was a real dog.
Oh yeah, AD.
AD was that dog.
AD, man.
Since I remember playing against him when he was at Riverdale Wildcats, Pop Warner. That boy was hell. He was tough. And he just carried it on. But so it's just been so many stellar ball players. And some of the names people don't even mention now. They only just mention, they'll mention Edrin, they'll mention Dion, and they'll mention the Freak. They don't even really mention Phil no more.
Or Jamie.
No, not too much.
Oh, but it's been so many that came through. Hell, Anthony Henry, he made Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I think his rookie year, he had 8 or 9 interceptions. Yeah.
Right, that boy was balling.
Mm-hmm.
So it been some real good cats.
Yeah.
But even out of
Yeah.
Naples, Freddie McCrary, he got a bowl ring.
Herschel,
So, but I think 239 is definitely
Anthony
putting
Herrera.
on. I forgot all about Anthony Herrera, the offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's from this
Shout
area.
out to Ronnie DeLuce, played at Clemson too. Laley guy.
Yeah, I forgot you gonna put on for later.
You got to put on for Laley.
Yeah,
Gotta
man.
get 1 or 2, even though
But-
Barron took. Speaking of Anthony Herrera, should have went to Laley. You live in the manor, but went to Barron. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
But it's good having you on the show.
Oh yeah,
That-
most
it's
definitely, bro.
Is what you want to say, Pat? Go ahead. I know what you want to ask me. Go ahead.
I don't know what I'm going to ask you.
Go ahead.
All right, so you can stay out of this, but actually, I want your opinion.
Yeah.
So you're a smart guy.
I think so.
You also play chess, but you made a comment this weekend on Facebook, and I just want to get your. So Larry said that President Trump is blacker than Kamala. Number one, how do you define if someone's blacker than another person? And two, why would you get sucked into that? Is she black? Is she not?
That's actually, it was from other people that made certain statements. I say he's blacker than her because in reality, neither one of them are a black American.
So how do you say one person's blacker than the other?
I just told you. In reality, neither one are black American. So, I mean, a black American. So the people who read that, and I'm glad you're here, JD, the way they define, and I'm going to say the CBC, because they told me that I wasn't black. I wasn't black. So it was funny. They define us by what we go through in life. So how could you define a person saying they're black and they're not black because of what they go through? So since Trump has been to jail, he got a couple baby mamas and so forth and everything else. So to them, that makes him black. You understand
assassination
me?
attempt, yeah.
And he
I
been
get
shot.
that, but
So that's to them. But in reality, that's the most stupidest and most ignorant thing ever.
I agree.
So
and Byron played that so well.
a lot of stuff, I just be saying things, you know, just to see how people gonna respond. I be want to know where people mind at.
Yeah.
You know, and that tells me so much about where we at in the society.
Yeah.
That's all. I just be trying to get feedback.
Yeah, like anybody with a good mind, a good mindset, or just look at that, just keep it moving instead of engaging. Because once you engage, man, you liable to get caught up in that conversation for a whole hour.
Exactly,
bro.
and I think it's a waste of time.
You trying to figure it out, but I think just like you said, bro, like they're looking at what Trump is going through, what he's finna keep going through for a while, and how he acts. I ain't saying how he act. He doesn't act back. To me, he's a human being. He should be able to act himself. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to be himself.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is pretty much a puppet, pretty much.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody telling you this what you do, this what you do. Trump is Trump. If you ask me, I'm gonna vote for him. Probably not, but he's Trump, and I respect him because he's himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Kamala, she's gonna be herself, but she's gonna be
Is
controlled.
she? But yeah,
She's gonna be controlled.
Let me ask you something. We both out the hood. How the hood feeling about Miss Harris?
You know what? It's a toss up, bro. I hear a lot of people screaming Trump. I hear a lot of them screaming
I know. That's all across the country.
I hear a lot of people screaming Trump, so I'm screaming. More about black women are screaming Harris.
mm-hmm.
More about black women are screaming
Not just
Harris.
because they're female.
Yeah. But a lot of people are screaming Trump. You know?
Do you view Trump differently now than, let's say, 2020 or 2016? Because he's gone through the charges, the assassination attempt, all this other stuff. No. So why do you
in the
think?
Hood every day, I don't see them no different. So. You feel me? I don't see them no different.
But Trump has seemed to gain traction with the black community in the last year.
His popularity went up. You know.
What do you pinpoint that to?
I think people are just, they know Trump is going to bring the economy up.
Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest
right
thing.
now. We need money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, look, what president has helped you? You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna look, if they do look at Trump, they'll say, well,
groceries were lower, gas was lower.
Well, you feel me? And those are well in good ways. You feel me? They'll say that. So you know what I'm saying? They gonna. I think they're gonna vote for him. I think he's in the chair. If you ask me.
Okay.
I think he's in the chair too.
Well, he's got the minority advisor behind him, and he's got the cleanup man. He's got Larry and Byron cleaning up for him. Do you want to comment? Because another thing that's being debated about a lot, thrown around, a black job, because he said that illegals are taking black jobs, and it's totally got spun out of control.
No, that's just, we living in a time today where everybody is sensitive, as they say.
Too much.
Too sensitive. He's not an English teacher. He said what he said, and what he meant by black jobs, he talking about entry-level jobs,
Your 9 to 5,
your regular 9 to 5s. And we're going to be real about this thing. You know, this thing, and like, I seen Dr. Umar Johnson. He was saying the same thing, like, people stop being sensitive. We all know what this man talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, regular jobs. When you go in the hospital, you could take 10 doctors. How many you see that are black? How many black superintendents of schools? How many black police chiefs, sheriffs? All this stuff. Like the real high-end jobs. How many you see that are black Americans? We're going to be real about it.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you go to the entry-level jobs, yeah, you'll find more of us at entry-level jobs. More people, period. So that, like, when they talk about black jobs, like, I knew what he was saying.
Yeah.
It's easy. Like, it's people just take a lot of stuff out of context. They look for a reason to go against. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. Find any reason to go against something. And that's what the media do. You know what it is. You know, just divide everyone. That's their job.
That's unfortunate.
You know,
That, at the end of the day, that's what seems like
Because
the media's out to do. And
Trump's senior advisors, black. Matter of fact, Lynn Patton is a black woman.
mm-hmm.
That's a double whammy. If you let the society tell it, black and a woman, a white man listening to a black woman, get out of here. But the media will not say that part. So, you know, they pick and choose. I mean, like, and that's the thing I try to tell everybody, man, just do your research, do your real research, and pay close attention. Pay close attention. Don't go with the sound bites. I could take sound bites from anything and spin anything to sell. And I see so much of that going on right now until it's pathetic. And it's sad because in the end, we the only ones get hurt. The regular people that going to work, trying to provide for their families every day, living a normal life, they're the ones that getting hurt because they don't have time to really go through all that. So they're going to, expect the people to tell them the truth. And the people just are not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They just trying to sell stuff.
And that's one reason, I didn't mean to cut y'all, but that's why I don't really watch the news. I haven't watched the news in years. Like, if it's something special coming on, then I catch it. I make sure I'm there to see it. But as far as just waking up and turning it on the news, coming home from work and turning it on the news,
nothing but bad stuff.
Late night, everything is horrible, bro. It's horrible, man. I don't care if it's 10 break-ins in my community, bro. I don't want to hear about it. I ain't gonna catch it on the news. I'm trying to break in. You feel me? that's where I'm gonna catch it at. You feel me? The news is just, man, it's just heartbreaking, bro. And it's too scared of people. That's all it is, man. Nah, I don't pay no attention to it, bro.
Well, I appreciate you coming on today. We appreciate Jimmy P's, great sponsor of the show.
Having me,
yeah, man.
Hey, look,
you know,
one thing I forgot to say.
Go ahead.
I mentioned 3 of my kids with degrees.
Yeah.
But I got my 21-year-old daughter. She's about to graduate from FAM. Her degrees in technology, and I got my 13-year-old baby. She ain't graduated from nowhere yet. She's going to the 8th grade, but special kids, man. I got 5 of them. They're great, man. They're honors, and they make me who I am today, bro.
Well, much respect to you for that.
Number love.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me. My boy, we've been talking about this, and it's nice to meet you, brother. You feel me? Yes, sir. And just, man. Hey,
So next time you can either bring us some Washington gear, or you gotta bring us some.
I gotta
of
get you something signed, man.
Or you gotta bring us some of that cologne you got on.
Hey, yo,
I wish you guys
he
could
came
smell.
here smelling good.
Yeah, man. It's
So
mandatory,
fresh
man.
and so clean.
It's
He
mandatory.
said, yeah,
bro.
man, my daughter got
I got
this
some
for me.
gear, man. I got something so y'all can just hang up somewhere here.
Yeah, absolutely. Would love to.
Mandatory,
Would love to.
man.
We'll bring you on back during football season.
Hey, yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate
How
y'all
many-
having me here, huh?
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. How many games Washington wins this year?
Ah, man, we get 8 games.
8 games?
Oh,
8 games.
Y'all got
Hey, look,
8.
they got my quarterback predicted to be the rookie
They got
of the
their
year.
quarterback.
You know, so
They got
We
him
gotta
predicted
win
to be rookie of the year?
yeah, so we got to win games. It's mandatory.
Man.
Might get 10. Might sneak in.
Hey,
And
hey,
that
let's
defense-
slow
listen,
down, slow down.
come on now.
Let's
Come
not
on.
go crazy
Listen,
here.
listen. A secondary, bro. Secondary. You
Listen.
finna see my boy back there. Probably 5,
You
6
know what
picks
division
easy.
you in, right?
Hey.
Get the NFC least.
Hey,
Oh, that's a good one. First time hearing that
I never
one.
heard that one.
The first time
Hey,
you heard
but
that as
look,
a Cowboy fan.
One of the big teams about to fall, man.
The Cowboys.
Who was that?
Please
Hey,
go ahead. Well, we'll extend the show for 2 minutes.
Washington gonna be the.
Any Cowboy hate talk is
I
definitely
think the Cowboys
appreciated.
fall this season.
I agree.
I think the Cowboys fall.
When you bring back Zeke
Philly-
Elliott to be your starting running back, things aren't looking. Don't look at me like that. Well, What are you going to say to that? The Cowboys are in,
They're
in the wrong direction.
We're going to the 92 Warren Moon, run and shoot. We just
st-
finished air it out. We just going to air it out. We just going to 4 wide
So
outs.
Dak will throw 6 picks instead of 5 in big games.
And 7,000 yards.
That's fine. How many playoff games has he won?
Enough. We'll be back.
I think Jaden Daniels has probably won as many. How many playoff games has Dak won? 1?
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. But
Yeah, I think the Cowboys fall this season.
I agree.
Probably be Philly than us.
Yeah.
Easy.
And
you guys got a great GM, Adam Peters,
Man, listen, all
who was
around,
the man
man.
behind the scenes for the 49ers.
But that's the
But
only reason you're saying
49ers
that, because you're a 49er fan,
well,
man.
I'm just saying facts. He was the guy. I mean, you look at his track record for late round draft picks is absolutely tremendous. He's going to have Washington a competitive.
No,
Hey, immediately.
I don't think so.
Immediately.
I agree.
I think the Redskins, of course, I want your son to always do well. I want him to ball out. But I think they'll take last in the NFC.
So, do you guys want to do a bet here? Who wins more, or Washington? You got to wear one or the other jersey.
He know the Cowboys going to be number 1 in that division.
Nah, I ain't gonna wear
No,
a
who's
jersey.
gonna win?
We'll just make a little wager.
Speaking of which, Byron, you still got to wear that Niner jersey.
Yeah, Byron. Yeah, you got to pay up on that bet. I remember that bet. You lost. You got to.
I know he's busy, so Byron gets a pass, but you still got to put on that Niner. I love you, but you got to put on that Niner jersey.
Hey, you got to do what you
That's
say
a
you're gonna
bet.
do, man.
And he always does. He will. But we appreciate you having on the
Hey,
show.
man, it's been
I
real.
appreciate y'all, man.
Absolutely.
239 Naples, Fort
239
Myers,
is definitely in the
all this
building.
stuff, man. I appreciate y'all and everything y'all do, man.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate that, dog.
Hey, for sure.
All right.
Later.
Yep. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.